Hello everyone, welcome back to another weekly episode of Sawyer-san's Magic Ride. As you can tell from the roll-in, I went out and did stuff this week. Woo! So I went back to Konac Center for the second time to capture video of that and show it to you guys, because the first time I went, I didn't have my camera with me, and so it was kind of a downer for you guys that you didn't get to see it. So for those of you who don't know, Konac Center is the Yaizu fish market. That was a really long walk from my house, and well, the purpose of my walk was I was trying to see if the cherry blossoms were blooming yet, and doggone it, I missed last week. The early breed was in full bloom on Monday, and I didn't get out and grab my camera because I was so tired from doing my taxes. But so all the early breed are done blooming now. We're waiting on the more traditional breed. So I'll get you guys some pictures and some video of that when that happens, and it's going to be beautiful, I promise it. Other news for this week: taxes are all paid off finally. Other than that bit, nothing much happened this week. I went out, did my Japanese lesson as usual, came back, and then on Tuesday I went out and got all that footage for you, and then Ghost Recon Wildlands came out, and I have no life now until I'm done with that and Mass Effect Andromeda, which drops in like 2 weeks. What? So it's going to be good. Now that this week's news is out of the way, let's do questions, comments, and snide remarks, the part of the show where I answer your questions that you leave on the Facebook or YouTube posts. As always, if you want to get involved, just leave a comment down below wherever you're watching this, and then I will answer you in the following week's video. This week again, a big nothing burger as far as YouTube comments go, so let's get right to the Facebook comments. First off, Aunt Roberta said, "You said American snacks. You need to be more specific. What would you like to share with your class? Pretzels, Pringles, chips, jerky, candy. Do they have good coffee there? Starbucks? What is the beverage or snack of choice in Japan? Yours versus local. Fun to see your perspective of life there and to see you weekly." Okay, so a lot of questions. So last week I mentioned that in a care package I'd like to receive American snacks, and really anything is okay. Chocolate, candy, chips, it's all fine with me. I don't mind. Probably not pretzels though. I'm not a fan of those. Do they have good coffee here? Yes, they do. Probably not as good as stuff you can find in Seattle, or probably not as good as some of the craft places they have in Seattle, but it is pretty good coffee, and you can spend quite a lot for coffee. I don't spend anything for coffee though, because I don't like coffee, really. My beverage or snack of choice in Japan. So my beverage of choice here, they actually have sparkling apple cider in vending machines and stuff, so I get that more or less regularly. I really like it. Reminds me of Christmas and Thanksgiving in America. And the local drink of choice is most always green tea, especially because we're living in Shizuoka. Green tea is one of the main exports of this prefecture. Next, Aunt Julie says, "Glad you figured out your taxes. What a relief. This may seem random, but I'm curious about movie theaters in Japan. Do they show American movies, or does Japan have their own Hollywood and films? Can you rent movies or home entertainment, or can you get Netflix? Enjoy the warm sun. I'm positive spring will be here eventually, but for now I'm okay with the snow." Well, good to know you guys are dealing positively, more or less, with the snow there. About movies here in Japan, movie theaters. I have not even seen a movie theater here in Japan. That doesn't mean they don't exist. I'm sure they do. But I just don't go. It's not a priority of mine. They show their own Japanese movies here, of course, but what makes a lot of the money is American export movies. You know, the greatest thing America has ever exported has been culture, of course. So people love to watch American movies because they're really good, generally. Can I rent movies for home entertainment, or can I get Netflix? I do get Netflix, but it's on crappy Japanese servers, so I don't get some of the shows that you can get on American Netflix, because it's two different things. So like, I couldn't watch Poirot when I got here. I couldn't. some other shows I was really looking forward to. Oh, if you watch, a lot of the shows on Netflix here in Japan are in Japanese, unless you know they originated from America. Even then, they have Japanese subtitles. But Amazon Video and Netflix both operate off of Japanese servers, so I don't get the American selection here. Next, Mom has 4 comments in a row, so I'll just read them as one. Can you get Netflix on your computer there in Japan? I mean our family account. Yes, I'm using the family account, I'm just not using the American servers, so I'm watching Japanese Netflix on an American account. Did the shirt I sent fit you? Yes, it did. I still have yet to wash it and then wear it, but it does fit, so we shouldn't have any problems there. What do I miss most about America? Probably the culture of freedom that we have. You don't really realize it until you leave the country that America is a very unique country in that anyone can be American. You know, if you come over from Turkmenistan or whatever, and you bring your family and you work an honest day's living, and you work hard and you go through all the legal channels and you obey the law, you can become an American. You might be from Turkmenistan, but you're still an American. In Japan and other countries around the world, even if you've been living here for 10, 15 years, you are still seen as a foreigner, as gaijin. You can be living here for many years, you can have your citizenship here, but you will never be Japanese because you were white. You're not from Japan. That's the thing with a lot of countries, is that you cannot be of that country unless, you cannot be truly of that country unless you are ethnically from that country. So I think, in short, the main thing I miss about America is the unity of all of us living together under the same American creed, while none of us are really ethnically American, because there is no such thing as really ethnically American. And what kind of American snacks? Like I said before, chips, candy, chocolate, anything is really fine. I have no preference as long as it's not pretzels. Really, I think that's the one thing. Okay, that sums it up for this week's questions, comments, and snide remarks. As always, if you'd like to get involved, you just gotta leave a comment down below in the Facebook or YouTube post, wherever you're watching this. And then I will respond to you in the following week. So thanks so much for watching. Tune in next week for more awesome content with substandard production values. I'll see you then. Bye.